Yo, what's poppin'? It's the Swanglin Show, episode 23, Kayfabe edition. We're breaking the motherfucking rules today in the building. With me today, I got a special guest. It's Joshua P. Dunn. Today, the P is for pile driver. You know, I like mine in the cradle or spike variety. You know what I'm saying? I'm joined today by the homie Sixx Digit, representing Toledo, Ohio, member of My Brother's Keeper, and just straight up Toledo, Ohio legend. What's poppin', Sixx Digit?
What's good, brother?
Having a wonderful day, kicking off 2022 the right way. I already recorded multiple podcasts today, visiting family, hustling, bustling. You know what I'm saying? Getting it done to start 2022. I appreciate you joining me today on the Swanglin Show. Who's your friend, man?
I appreciate you having me, man. I got here. This is, you might recognize him. Maybe not. He's kind of unrecognizable at this point, but this is Dick Clark. He did his first Rockin' New Year's Eve with us that he's done in quite some time since he passed, I believe. And we blew him up with fireworks. And he's still here, man. He's still here.
We would like to give a major Swanglin Show shout out to the indestructible Dick Clark, making his first appearance live on the show today.
He's wearing this new Sixx Digit shirt too, and it kind of got blown to smithereens, so it's a bad reference. Man.
He's like Fire Marshal Jim.
Doesn't he kind of look like
Fire Marshal Bill? That's what he is,
right?
Yeah.
Well, that's what we thought too. Like, he looks like that's like a Jim Carrey corpse kind of look.
Oh yeah, he needs some orthodontic work and that whole deal, but he's gonna pull through. Dick Clark, shout out Dick Clark. So today we're gonna chop it up. The man Sixx Digit is in the house, representing Toledo, Ohio. He's got a brand new album out that's called Kayfabe, and I'm checking out this artwork, checking out this track listing. This shit looks fucking hard. He's got the luchador mask on there, and I know that there's a hard body tie-in for Sixx Digit with the music and pro wrestling, man. So Sixx Digit, break it down for the people, man. Tell them about this new project you got right now.
The new project, Kayfabe, came out on midnight when the ball dropped. The project dropped. It's 14 tracks, all brand new, just independent, you know what I'm saying? Just doing a damn thing myself. Got a full line of merch with it, you know what I'm saying? I got fucking wrestling buddies and fucking 5950 snapbacks. And like I said, I had this shirt here, but it's a bad representation because this asshole blew it to smithereens. But and I got fucking trading cards. I got these winter hats on the way. Full line, man. Everything, and the hats are dope too. They say Kayfabe on them. Like that's all it says on it, just Kayfabe on a knit hat. There's like gray with pink and blue with something. I don't know. They're fucking fresh. So those will be here this week.
That's dope. Where can the people pick up this dope ass Kayfabe merch line?
The best way to find me as of right now is on Facebook, facebook.com/Sixx Digit. I just be on my personal page, you know what I'm saying? Posting links to everything, and you can order. We got bundles and all that shit. I'll send you the graphic when we're done here, you know what I'm saying? And it has a picture of the merch and, you know, the different bundle packages and whatnot.
That's awesome. I really have always, for people that are listening to the Swanglin Show, episode 23, you may not be from the Northwest Ohio area. You might not be from the Southern Michigan area, or, you know, from the Midwest region. You might not be as familiar with who my special guest is today, Sixx Digit. I've been doing music for a long time in this area, and you're one of the few cats that from Jump Street has always had a very polished presentation when it comes to your product. You know what I mean? You always came correct with that merch game. Always had an innovative bundle. You always had like an innovative thing with your stage show. You're always doing some cool shit. So if you're listening to the Swanglin Show, you need to pull up Facebook, type in SIXXDIGIT, look up the man Sixx Digit. We're going to go ahead and jump right off the rip, bro, because you got some super nostalgia vibes popping off as I'm looking over the track list for this album. You got the song Bobby's World, which I used to love as a kid, man. Explain to me why you did the Bobby's World record.
Yeah. I've been hearing that my whole life. My name's Bobby, obviously, so it's all, you know, oh, Bobby. Like everybody do the Bob voice and shit. Yeah. I love that shit growing up. You know what I'm saying? Was it Howie Mandel? You know, Bobby's Rose though. But I don't know if I sent you the link or not. But the first single off of the album is Bobby's World. And in the video, I'm like on a fucking tricycle riding down the driveway and shit. Let me tell you, that's not easy to do at my age, getting down on a tricycle. Getting down on it was fine, and getting back up.
Yeah, we had just mentioned that actually on a previous episode about how, we're like reliving stories of playing athletics and stuff like that as kids and thinking like, yeah, we could still go out there until you blow your fucking whole knee and now you can't pay the bills anymore and shit. You know what I mean? So you got to be careful out here when you're riding these tricycles, promoting this album. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something a little different than what we normally do on the Swanglin Show. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show the people this video because this shit is super fucking dope right now. So I was checking it out earlier. I think that the people would dig it very much. So we're going to go check this out. I got to figure out, all the way what I'm doing here, but I know that it's possible. So what we're going to do is I got it open right now and we're going to jam this new video, Bobby's World from Sixx Digit. You guys are checking out this dope ass shit right now on the Swanglin Show.
Sixx Digit, boy. Alchemy, Dep Dog, Killer Cutter, Lil Bobby. But you might know me as that Daddy's D-Boy. Lil Bobby, dog. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it off. I'm still the same little Bobby, dog. Daddy's D-Boy, Lil Bobby Boucher. I'm that water boy. I think you oughta watch your mouth about that Bobby boy. I'll probably rob you, Robert Roddy, like I'm Roddy boy. I'll pop up with that top up, then I click clack, that's that shotty boy. And that's word to them, I Bob Schmurder them. They want beef, good grief, I Bob's burger them. I Bob Pope, they won't let Bob burden them. Nobody Bob's burner, Bob Boule, I know you heard of him. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it off. I'm still the same little Bobby dog. Daddy's D-Boy, little Bobby dog. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it off. I'm still the same little Bobby dog. Daddy's D-Boy forever. It's Bobby, baby, Bobby rude. I'm in the mood to get a nude and acting lewd and eat that pussy like it's food. Bitches want that shish kebab, they need to holler if they do. But if your bitch is trying to fuck me, then I'm probably gon' do it. I run the town and hump around like I'm Bobby Brown. She bobbing, knobbing, popping crown, and I'm probably down. She in the lost and found and getting tossed around. I'm Bob McDonald, I Big Mac and bring that sauce around. Daddy's D-Boy, little Bobby dog. I got this motherfucker hopping on. They hating on me, better knock it off. I'm still the same little Bobby dog. Daddy's D-Boy, little Bobby.
Yeah, man, you got your slapper right there. What you see is that Bobby's World from Sixx Digit. You can go get that Kayfabe album right now. Kayfabe from Sixx Digit, man. You can check out that Bobby's World shit. That is hard as fuck, man. I really like that shit. That is pretty fucking cool, if you ask me, my friend. Congratulations.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that.
Now, I've been a fan of yours for a while, and I always peep these early, like 1994 vibe, dude, and I love it. It makes me feel like I always see these references to when I feel like I'm like 8 or 9 years old, dude. That shit makes me pop. Like, you got the Bobby's World reference, you always got the pro wrestling references, you always maybe got like a little graphic imagery of like some Guns N' Roses shit popping off, or like some shit that like takes me back to this time of being a kid when life was fantastic. What year were you born?
1985.
Okay, me too. So it makes a lot of sense. We're on that same wavelength because we're the same fucking age. And
Right.
I'm just going to drop the seed right now. the Sixx Digit single, Not the Mama, with the dinosaurs logo fucking artwork, that would be lit.
Yeah, I fuck with it. I love the dinosaurs. You already know, man. I love all that kind of shit.
Absolutely. I was scrolling through the other night on Disney Plus
Yeah.
and saw that they got that whole series on there, and about lost my fucking mind. Made me think it was 1994 again, or 95 or whatever that shit came out. It was dope. But you always got the pro wrestling references in your music. I do recall a time where I seen it physically from my own two eyes, man. I was on the east side of Toledo, man. It was a dimly lit night. There might have been a little fog in the fucking sky, man. I'm sitting at a merch table, man, and I'm just sitting there and I'm watching this wrestling show. And then boom, you drop this fucking combo stunner / RKO move on this fucking jabron from out there in Toledo, man. Tell me about that shit. How cool was that?
It was pretty cool, man. But I'll tell you what, that was fucking, I mean, that was a few years ago now. And to this day, like, I lost some feeling in my right leg doing that. Because here's the deal, man. I tell this story all the time, but I'll tell it again. The whole thing is like a month leading up to it, we talked about I was going to clothesline them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, cool, easy enough. I can clothesline them, whatever. We don't need to practice that. Like, literally walking to the ring. I'm like walking to the ring, and dude's like, well, actually, this is what we're going to do. You're going to, fucking give him a stone cold stunner. And I still didn't understand like the severity of that, because in my mind I'm like, that can't be any harder than a clothesline. I've seen the stone cold stunner on TV 100 times.
Right.
I did it all wrong, man. It was like half stunner, half RKO, mostly tailbone splitter. I took the broad course on it. It totally shouldn't have been attempted by an untrained. But I mean, it looked cool, and people still talk about it and ask me about it. So I guess it was worth it.
I thought, being that that was your guys' like kickoff festival for the My Brother's Keeper shit, I felt like it was just so fitting for you to just hit that move on there. Like, the crowd was there in full force on the east side of Toledo, represent for My Brother's Keeper and Sixx Digit, man. I witnessed it for myself. It's a sight to be seen when a cat from the east side of Toledo is just dropping cutters on cats and not going to jail for it. That's the type of shit we love on the Swanglin Show. So you always got the wrestling references in the music and shit. And for the people that aren't big wrestling fans, maybe, that listen to the Swanglin Show, the term Kayfabe, which is Sixx Digit's album title that you can go pick up right now at all the retail spots, stream it everywhere where you jam your music. The term Kayfabe is also referred to as work or worked. It's a noun. It is defined as a portrayal of staged events within the industry as real or true, especially the portrayal of the competition, rivals, and relationships, specifically in the pro wrestling business. So what made you pick this as your album title?
Basically, I wanted to say that, like, we all kind of, it's kind of like works how wrestling works in the real world. You know what I'm saying? We're all kind of kayfabe, and we all wear different masks for different people. You know what I'm saying? You're a different person in front of your girl than you are in front of your boys, and then you are in front of your boss, or, you know what I'm saying? Or that we all wear different masks for different people, and we're all kayfabe. You know what I'm saying? And nobody ever really sees the true you but you. So that's kind of the concept behind the album. That, this is all kayfabe.
Oh yeah, some deep ass shit. If you're into conspiracies, man, they could take that and run down the rabbit hole with it, man.
Yeah.
Sixx Digit named his album title Kayfabe because of the metaverse. There's your clickbait. Son of a bitches out here. If you're cock blocking on the Swanglin Show and Sixx Digit, go dig yourself a fucking shallow grave. Well, okay, I love pro wrestling. I love horror shit. I want to say too,
Master, you got the Jim Cornette up on the wall up there, man. Yeah. That's fresh.
Hell yeah, I love Jim Cornette, man. Old school shit. I'm a huge fan of pro wrestling. Have been my whole entire life. Huge fan of horror in general as well. Like, I mean, just as like to give an example, I have a tattoo of Leatherface, but I also have a tattoo of the Great Muta.
Yeah, that's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So to see the type of imagery that you're portraying and putting into your music, super fucking fresh to me, because it's like everything that I like all rolled up into one. So it's January. We're kicking off 2022 with the Swanglin Show. You can go pick up fucking Kayfabe from Sixx Digit right now at all the fucking retailers. anywhere where you buy music, if you go cop one of them bundles of that cool merchandise, you probably have the nicest quality hat on your whole entire block as a 5950 fitted from Sixx Digit to roll with that Kayfabe project. So January is a huge month for pro wrestling. We always got Wrestle Kingdom bright and early in the year. And then, of course, my favorite event of the whole entire year is the fucking Royal Rumble. I love the Royal Rumble match. Right?
That's always been my favorite too, man. I feel like the past, I don't know, probably like the last 10 years, it's been kind of, like, I don't want to shit on anybody in the Rumble, but it's just not as exciting as it used to be. But it still excites me probably more than any other pay-per-view. It's the one even more so than Mania. Mania, I love the entrances. You know what I'm saying? I watch for the production. Yeah. But the Rumble is just, it's just something about watching 30 guys get in there, like who's going to win. And it always kind of swerves me, as long as I've been a mark, it still swerves me. I'm still never right on who I think's going to win and shit.
Oh, and over the last couple of years, they've been really great about downplaying their push of Roman Reigns via the Royal Rumble, to where they'll have him come out towards the end to make the crowd, oh, fuck this, he's going to win. And then they'll have the little spot or whatever. And I like how they do that. And they know that we think we know what's going to happen. So usually the Rumble spot is usually that moment where they can kind of fuck with us a little bit. Like, oh, you think you know, but you don't fucking know what we're doing. Right. So Who do you think of all time, who is what is the best Royal Rumble ever?
1992.
And why do you say that? Because of the reason why most people say that. I think it's the best one too. But most people say that because of the cast of people. It was almost like the perfect collection of the new age of wrestlers of that were coming up and the old school.
But the big thing for me was that he won the title off of the Rumble. You know what I mean? And that's not a deal. And to me, especially as a kid, you know what I mean? That's how you like wanted the Rumble to always end. Like the winner should get the fucking title. you know?
Absolutely. Now, this year, I don't have as much interest in the Royal Rumble as I normally would, but I'm still gonna be watching because I love the Royal Rumble. So we're gonna go out on a limb, Swanglin Show, first time ever. We're gonna break the fucking mold right here. First time ever, Swanglin Show, Royal Rumble predictions live with Sixx Digit. Who's winning the Royal Rumble?
Johnny Knoxville.
Okay, your ballot has been casted. I'm going to go on a limb and take a wild card. I'm going to say AJ Styles.
Yeah. I could see. I honestly, I don't think they would give it to Johnny Knoxville in all honesty, but that would be fresh as fuck, right? Like I see
that would be cool.
Posted that he's going in, and if he even gets to go in and like do more than just gets thrown right back out, because I hate when they do that. You know what I'm saying? You like someone comes out and you're like, oh sweet, and then they get in and go right out the other side. Like
the Pete Rose treatment.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking pointless. I want to see somebody at least just one bump.
Now, the big thing for me in pro wrestling is I've always been a huge fan of the submission hold finish. That's crucial shit for me. I love that shit. Yeah. But just the finishing move in general, there's this big allure around the finisher. You could suck, dude. You don't even have to have a ton of tricks up your bag. If you got a cool finish, it's fucking solid. So in the opinion of Sixx Digit, what is your favorite pro wrestling finisher of all time?
Super kick.
The super kick as delivered by Shawn Michaels, or the super kick in general?
As delivered by Shawn Michaels.
Okay. I had to specify that because every
time I've seen him kick anyone, I was always, that is every time I watch it, it's holy shit. I can watch him kick Ric Flair in the face. I watched that match a million times, and every time I'm like, holy shit. He could have drawn back a little bit, man, because it's just kick. I mean, that there's not really a way to pull kicking somebody in the fucking face. You just got, and at least if you want it to look good, you kind of got to kick him in the fucking face. And
Absolutely.
he never shorts on kicking someone in the face for me. But I will say the man that taught Shawn Michaels delivered a hell of a super kick too. If you go back and watch some like the Chris Adams stuff.
Yeah, the gentleman.
And yeah, absolutely. And some of that stuff, is some of it's really boring, that era in general, but when it's good, it's great.
Absolutely. And shout out to, he's a major major slept on player in the history of pro wrestling. He also, I believe, trained Stone Cold Steve Austin and a bunch of other people as well. So shout out to the gentleman, Chris Adams. That dude will give you some solid motherfucking wrestling. And I put him up there on the same class of motherfucking wrestling workers, people like Bobby Eaton and some other fucking fire ass people from around that time period. So dig in the crate a little bit if you're a Swanglin Show, and you can find some really super fucking dope ass pro wrestling.
Oh yeah.
If you're looking for it. Now, for me, my favorite finish of all time, and I don't know why, because like, you know how like as time progresses, the moves get crazier. So it's like now what they used to beat you with, the fucking Baron von Raschke fucking claw ain't gonna do it in 2021, right? So for me, sometimes simple is better. And I'm gonna go with, before it was used in every single match, that original fucking Jake the Snake Roberts DDT is my favorite finisher of all time.
Yeah. And we've all seen Jake deliver that DDT and like almost kill people, like literally, you know what I mean? And like when he did that shit to Steamboat, and then I'll never forget, he picks him up. It's like a dead body. He just like picks up with this, like tosses him in the ring to pin him. Head split. They don't make them like that no more.
I got a question on the Swanglin Show episode 23. I got my man Sixx Digit in the motherfucking house, and we got our man Dick Clark in the building, rent free. I gotta know, Dick Clark, why did he not buy the Sixx Digit hat with the Sixx Digit t-shirt? Are times tough for Dick Clark? Look at Dick Clark, y'all. Ain't he fresh? You can head over to the Facebook, type in SIXX DIGIT, Sixx Digit, and copy one of them dope ass merch outfit bundles. Now, I see you got all this shit in the background on the walls, some horror memorabilia. I know that you're a major head of the Friday the 13th series, as am I. Straight Freddie Krueger shit. What if you got to be Freddie Krueger for a day? Who do you haunt?
Nancy.
Let's talk about in real life. Let's get that fucking, I'm trying to get that one line headline out of you. Who does Sixx Digit want to haunt in real life after he puts that glove on?
Let's see. Who do I catch? In real life, see what be in the dreams too. I don't know, man. That's a tough question. I'm too friendly. I like everybody. I'm a man of peace.
That's not going to get us any ratings, Sixx Digit. I got you here because I'm trying to blow the fuck up, dog. Who you going to stalk as Freddie Krueger? I need the real deal, man. I need the answer. I got to push for this answer from you.
Yeah. If I was going to hunt someone as Freddie Krueger.
Would it be AOC? Can we
AOC?
Get that? Yeah, can we get the clickbait off that? Sixx Digit hates Democrats, plans to stalk them via nightmare. Can that be the headline of this show?
Dude, you know what? I hate politics in general. I would just hunt them all and just get them all.
Well, that's great. That's a perfect. So if you're one of these little son of a bitches that's out here that's a mayor, maybe you're a fucking, low-level politician, you might want to think about what you're thinking about when you go to sleep tonight, because you could wake up and randomly have the album Kayfabe from Sixx Digit playing out of your Bose stereo under the counter joint that's in your kitchen of your prefab fucking condo. So when you wake up in the middle of the night and your fucking 12-year-old son's freaking out because he's a fucking furry and he thinks that the fucking house is fucking haunted and shit, it is, motherfucker. Sixx Digit Kayfabe album coming to haunt you.
A friend of mine who actually is in politics once told me that politics is just show business for ugly people.
Hey, you want to know what?
And I said, I'm like, that kind of makes sense.
No, that makes a lot of people. And then show business for people that look good is rapping and pro wrestling. And that's why you're listening to the Swanglin Show with Sixx Digit and Joshua Dunn instead of watching CNN and their fucking fake news bullshit that's going on out here in 2020 and every year previous. So being a fan of yours for a hot minute and watching you drop different albums and shit, you got the group project, the My Brother's Keeper shit. You know what I'm saying? That was super fire. I loved all of the imagery, like the skull imagery and all that shit you guys did for that. The music was fire. Some of the tracks that I listened to on your new album remind me of a lot of that style. Are you working with the same producers?
I've met a lot of that is Donnie Nuts, and I've worked with him pretty much damn near my whole career. You know what I'm saying? He's my best friend, and he's made like almost every beat on almost every album that I've put out. And he did like half the beats on the new one, and Verbal did the other half, who was the dude that owned the studio that I was working in on this album, Fat Sound. And yeah, so if it's the same producer that did all the MPK record. So shout out to Donnie Nuts, and like I said, that's my best friend, and I work closely with him on everything that we do. As a matter of fact, starting tomorrow, we'll be recording it tomorrow, but we'll be pre-recording on Mondays, releasing on Fridays. So starting this Friday, we'll be posting straight from the booth, which will be a new beat and a new verse, a beat from Donnie Nuts and a verse for me that we're going to do every week this year, and just put out just for the fuck of it with a video and all that shit.
That's awesome, man. So shout out. I've been peeping, dude. He's super fire producer, man. Donnie Knotts got that fire. Do Verbal, Fat Sound Records got that straight fire. These are if you're an artist, you're listening to Swanglin Show, you want to know, man, how can I get a hot ass record like Sixx Digit? Boom, there it is. The blueprint, man. Giving it to you. Toledo, Ohio, Verbal, Donnie Knotts, they got the fucking heaters. That's a guarantee. Now, is there going to be more MBK? You guys got another record coming?
Actually, we have me and Alaz did a record, the two of us, Alaz and Sixx Digit of MBK. So it's kind of just like a half group type deal, side project type deal. But that's almost done. We're like 3 songs away from finishing. They're just kind of waiting on me pretty much. But that's damn near done. So that would probably be like the next thing that comes out. And we already started working on the Psychos record, which is a group I was in 20 years ago. It was the first rap group that I was ever in. There's a little horrorcore project, my first thing I ever did. And we reconnected and started working on some songs together. We're going to put out, Sometimes They Come Back. So that'll be the next thing that comes out from me this year after Kayfabe is, done his thing. And I'm just going to keep dropping shit all year, man, one thing after another.
That's great. And it's kind of crazy to me to hear the similarities of my trajectory in comparison to yours, because my first group I was ever in, I was like 16 years old doing some horrorcore shit, you know what I'm saying? And a couple years back, just for to relive that moment, we like remastered all the old shit, put it on the digital outlets and shit. So that's cool to see you putting a new stamp on that old brand. You'll probably have the time of your life recording that album and being able to put that out. Even
just writing has been fun, man. It's a blast because I just feel like I'm writing verses for this record, and it even though I'm a grown man sitting in my living room, for that moment that I'm writing, I'm a little kid in my bedroom again, and just having fun with it, man. Just having fun with it again. Rap is fun again. I love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. For me, I'm like transitioning away. You know what I mean? I've been producing more, writing less. Focusing on the business end of things, and it's like as I get older, I kind of lose some of the passion for it. So to see somebody in the same age range as me with the same fucking interests as me, still pushing and still going, man, you got the support of myself and of the Swanglin Show going forward on those records. And you said that you had mentioned the homie Alaz. Shout out Alaz, super dope MC representing Toledo, Ohio. Got a super fire fucking record out right now with Crazy Bone on it, of Bone Thugs and Harmony. That's super just nasty. This is like, I don't know, for me it's like I'm not from Toledo, but I'm from the area, and every time that we would come to do shows up there, like we would hope that it was motherfuckers like you guys that were on the show, you know what I mean? So it's like we always thought of like, what is it that we're giving to the crowd? Like, we don't want to go do events where like fucking 15 people are performing and half of them suck, because then the people that want to see us aren't having fun. So like a lot of artists would go into those scenarios and be threatened or pull some fucking diva attitude shit. And for us, it's like, oh, thank God, like we get to see people that are actually good at this. I'm just a fan deep down of hip hop, and just in general, as much as I love writing and performing and producing and doing all these things, the reason why I love doing that is because I'm a fucking fan of it. So to see somebody like Sixx Digit representing the 419, I'm home team. For me, I'm loving it.
I appreciate the fuck out of it, man. And it's the same way for me, you know. It's just and I went through a period of time where I was, you know, kind of not really so much into it, and it was really kind of when the MBK thing stopped, because you know it's kind of you ride real high, you know, things don't work out necessarily how you thought they were gonna, and then it's like a crash, you know, and it's like you get depressed and shit, and that's just life. But then that, you know, I was able to record this new record, and just like new ventures just started jumping out the woodwork left and right, you know what I'm saying? And as I'm doing things, just even over the last couple of days, it's like things snowball, you know what I'm saying? Like this is the second podcast I did today, you know, and I just got the call today to do Rude Boy's book release party in and was it Indiana or Illinois or something? So New Haven. Okay. I'm doing with Project Born, you know what I'm saying, and Rudy and shit, like, and I mean I'm super looking forward to that shit, man. It's like the Juggalo.
That's awesome.
I love doing Juggalo. Dude, I've been a Juggalo. I was fucking, you know, that's why I started rapping. And what's weird is I don't think like the average person probably wouldn't know that if you listen to my music, because I don't do, you know, chop your head and shit, like, you know, that people just like do that, and not to hate on anybody, but you know how like Juggalo rappers be, and where it's just like cookie cutter shit, like, you know what they're about to do. And I don't even really do horror, you know what I'm saying, but I've always felt like Juggalo recognized Juggalo, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, somebody's just pandering, or I can get up there and not necessarily do what they're used to hearing, but they fuck with me because I'm not pandering. I'm just doing what I do. Yeah. You know, like it's just, and not just the Juggalos. I think that's just like, that's important in any aspect of the world. You know what I'm saying? Just fucking be yourself, and people are gonna connect to you and feel you, because everybody, you know, like you were saying, we all like the same shit. We're from the same shit. Of course, people will connect. You know, if you're just keeping it real.
Absolutely, man. And it's cool to see that the Juggalo community embrace you. They book you for these events. They still have you. You know, come out, rock these concerts, put you in position to be successful and support what you're doing. And in the 2022, that's what we're all about on this show, is promoting positivity, promoting ownership, promoting networking, promoting even deeper things than that, like fucking human compassion and empathy, and people working on their faults. And you had mentioned going down into like kind of a deeper path, had to pull yourself back out, record this record, you know. So anybody that's listening to the Swanglin Show, you know, if you might feel great one day, you might feel like shit the next day, but there's always going to be a next day, and you got to keep yourself in that mindset. And if you're, you know, you feel in a certain type of way and you need some resources, man, always reach out, because it's worth it at the end of the day. I got my man Sixx Digit in the building with me, Dick Clark in the building with me. You know, I was thinking maybe we could drop the cipher, but I know Dick Clark ain't feeling well today. He may have Omicron. You know what I mean? Look at his jawline. He's thirsty. You know what I mean? I don't know if he can deliver these bars, Sixx Digit. What do you think? You think Dick Clark's got that heat for us today?
I don't know, man. He looks, he's a little rusty. He went through some shit last night. Or on New Year's, man, we blew this motherfucker up with mortars. That's why his shirt's in this condition.
Man, there's got probably a member of OSHA listening to the Swanglin Show. There were no labor laws violated in building these 6-digit bundles. If you're listening, OSHA, there were no labor laws broken. Now, it's been my pleasure having you on the Swanglin Show, chopping it up with you about some horror shit, some wrestling shit, your dope new album that's out now that people can pick up and stream.
Yeah.
If the people that are listening to the Swanglin Show, man, what if they're looking at you, man? They're like, man, his fucking shirt's dope, or they like your beard lineup, or they thought your song was fucking sweet, or maybe they want to try and pander to Dick Clark via you. How can the people contact 6-Digit or find you online?
The best way to find me is just facebook.com/6digit. You know what I mean? That's like anybody. That's the shit I pull out and look at all day, and I'll see your messages or whatever, more than likely. But I'm also on like youtube.com/6digit. I'm on Instagram, TikTok. I'm 6-Digit everywhere. You know what I mean? I don't have Twitter, and I don't have a Snapchat. I don't have either one of those. But that's because I'm single. I don't have anyone to cheat on, so I don't need that shit.
If you're listening to the Swanglin Show, don't be a cheating little son of a bitch like 6-Digit. Follow this excellent role model of a man that's on the screen with you right now. Don't do what Dick Clark do.
You don't want to do what Dick Clark did. But you
Straight
can
up
see
like
that
that.
video. You can see that video on my Facebook. We blew this motherfucker up. It was fucking awesome.
There's just something about Dick Clark that embodies the spirit of the Swanglin Show. You know what I mean? Just in general, it's like you can get blown up. Don't matter, man. You better be there for that fucking interview, and we're not even gonna pass you the doobie. You better fucking sit there. And you better push through this shit. So as we close out the show, like I said earlier, man, I appreciate you joining me on the Swanglin Show, episode 23. We're going to even title the episode Kayfabe, so that way people know that that's the new album that's out from Sixx Digit. Now, my favorite part of pro wrestling, Sixx Digit, is the promo.
Yeah.
I know that you got mad skills when it comes to dropping a cutter. So as we close the show out, I need you to tell in promo form, tell them that they're listening to the fucking Swanglin Show and it's Sixx Digit. Oh shit, it's getting real. It's getting real on the Swanglin Show.
Let me tell you something, brother. You're tuned into the Swanglin Show with Sixx Digit. You know what I'm saying? Kayfabe, the new album right now. And you can only see us exclusively on Swanglin.
Yeah, bitch. Swanglin.